Hi everybody, this is Albie from Pasadena, California, and for my business partner Elizabeth in Macedonia, we both want to welcome you to this short video. We're going to give you some really great tips about earning online. So let's get going.
Okay, so today I want to talk to you about understanding assets, wholesale, retail, cash flow, compound interest, and duplication, and even a little bit about scaling your business too, right? So I'm going to try to get through this as quickly as possible because I really don't want to spend a lot of time on all of this. I just want to give you a quick overview of how it all works together, okay? So the first thing I want to share with you is understanding assets. Basically, in a nutshell, an asset is something that you can, get for free, or something that you pay $1 for example, and that you can sell for $2. Right? It's something that's valuable to other people that they will pay money for. And an asset is something that you can get, that you can obtain for what's called a wholesale price, which is the actual cost it takes to make that object or create that service or whatever it is. And you want to sell it for retail. That means selling it for a higher price so that you can make a profit for it. Okay, if you turn around and sell it wholesale, you're not going to make any profit at all. So that's how come everyone who's successful in business finds a way to get the wholesale price of whatever it is they want to sell, and then turns around and sells it for retail. When you buy it for $1, you want to turn around and sell it for $2, for instance. Okay, so that's wholesale is buying it for $1 or creating it for $1 and turning around and selling it retail for $2 or whatever the retail price is. Okay, now cash flow is basically how much extra money you have left over at the end of the month. For instance, if you have a job and you're earning $1,000, for instance, I know this is a terrible example because I hope you're not only earning just $1,000 a month, but let's just say, for instance, that that's what it was, just to make it easy to understand. If you're earning $1,000 a month and you're spending $700 on all your bills, groceries, and whatever else it takes to live your normal life, and you have $300 left over, that's your cash flow. All right, and make sure that that is your cash flow, that you're not using that for, if you have money that you use for entertainment or whatever else, you need to calculate that also in, and then subtract whatever it is. So let's say that if you add entertainment and whatever else is that you'd like to do with your family each month, that your actual expenses are $800, then that means that your cash flow is $200. Okay, if you understand that, then you can take your whatever's left over in your cash flow and you can start investing that money. All right, and the importance of investing it is to actually, let's say for instance that you have $20 as your cash flow. You want to be able to take that cash flow of $20 and turn it into $40. Okay, and then you want to take that $40, right, and turn that into $80, right? You want to buy an asset with that cash flow for wholesale and sell it for retail. Okay, one of the things that rich people will tell you is that the number one rule is don't lose your money, and rule number 2 is the same thing, don't lose your money. Right? Okay, so it's really important to understand an asset. If you don't understand the asset, you'll spend $20 and you won't get your money back, or you'll get $20 back and that's it, or you won't even get that back, right? So if you don't understand an asset, then you won't be able to sell it for retail. Okay, if you purchase something for over the price, if you purchase something for retail and can't get your money back, it's because you bought it for too much. Okay, so, or you don't have the skills to understand how to sell it for retail. Okay, maybe you purchased or got whatever it is for wholesale. Maybe you got it for zero. You can do that. You can get it for $0 and turn around, like an old bicycle you find in the somewhere laying around that someone threw away. If you go home and fix it up, you got it for 0, and you turn around and sell it for $100 or whatever it is, Well, that's retail, and that's your profit. That's an asset. That bicycle was an asset now because you fixed it up. Okay, so let's say you spent, $20 on getting tires and whatever else you needed. I don't know if that's realistic, but you see what I'm saying? So you spent $20. Your wholesale price was $20 to fix it. Get the tires and the tubes and whatever, and go get tools, whatever you needed to fix that bicycle, and then you turned around and sold it for $100. So you actually earned 80, right? So that's understanding cash flow, that's understanding assets, wholesale, and retail all together. All right. The next thing is understanding compound interest and duplication. And I'm going to need to show you a chart in order to show you this. All right, so here's a page I put together for you, okay, and I'm going to go through all about the water hyacinths to understand duplication. But before we do, let's talk about compound interest, okay? Compound interest, for example, would be taking 1 penny, right, and turning that in the next day into 2 pennies. And then taking that 2 pennies, turning into 4 pennies into 8 pennies, 8 pennies into 16, and so forth, right? 16 to 32. And you keep doing that, right? On day 10, you've turned that penny and turned it into $163, okay? And by day 20, you've turned that penny into $5,242.88, okay? Now watch how crazy this gets, okay? Every day it compounds or it doubles, okay? On day 21, 22, 23. Day 23 is turned into $41,943.04. Okay, right? All right. So look here on day, let's see, 25, 26, 27, 28. It turned into over $1 million. So on near the end of the month, right? Here's day 25, and we're just looking at a few days later. It turned into $671,000, a little bit over that, right? And then on the very following day, it turned into $1,342,000, a little bit over that. Okay, so it hit the $1 million mark, right? And then on day 29, it hit 2 million. Day 30, right? It doubles to 2 million to 5 million. Okay, so you can see how you can double a penny every day, and in a month it turns into $1 million. That's compound interest. Okay, that's understanding compound interest. So let me share with you a very similar topic, which is duplication. And the way that duplication works is very similar to compound interest. Let's talk about this water hyacinth, right? Right. So these flowers, okay, are plants that grow in the water, and they can double in size in 1 or 2 weeks. And in terms of plant count rather than size, they are said to multiply by more than 100-fold in number in a matter of 23 days. And this is all just from Wikipedia, right? All right, so I'm going to read this from the slide edge, but check this out. The water hyacinth is a beautiful, delicate-looking little plant. It sports 6-petaled flowers ranging from a lovely purplish blue to lavender to pink. You can find it floating on the surface of ponds in warm climates around the world, right? The water hyacinth is also known as also one of the most productive plants on Earth. If a pond surface is fairly still and undisturbed, the water hyacinth may cover the entire pond in 30 days. Isn't that crazy? On the first day, you won't even notice it. In fact, the first few weeks, you'll have to search very hard to find it. On day 15, it will cover perhaps a single square foot of the pond surface, barely significant on the pond. On the 20th day, 2/3 of the way to the end of the month, you may happen to notice a dense little patch of floating foliage about the size of a small mattress. You would be easily forgiven if you mistook it for a boy's inflatable life raft left behind during a family picnic, right? All right, well, listen to this. On day 29, 1/2 of the pond surface will be open water, and on the 30th day, the entire pond will be covered by a blanket of water hyacinths. You will not see any water at all. And that's all by The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. So you can see what happens when duplication is turned on. What happens when people are all doing the same thing, when they're duplicating, okay? When one person gets a new member in the team, and then that person gets a new member in the team, it starts creating compound interest, so to speak, or duplication. Things go crazy. Okay, each person does one little thing, one little job, like that little water hyacinth. It just replicates itself. That's all it does. It just replicates itself, and then that one replicates itself, and that one replicates itself, and they just keep replicating itself. And so if you go out there and you teach your team to do one thing, they're all doing that one thing, and they're getting one new member, and that new member is getting one new member, and that new member is getting one new member, and it just keeps going and crazier and crazier, right? The only problem with this is that people are kind of like what Jim Rohn says. It's kind of like herding cats. You tell someone to go left and they go right instead. So how do you get people to all turn left? Well, that's takes some skill to understand how to move people and work with people and to inspire them and understand what they really all want. If you can find out what everyone wants, then you can help them to go the same direction to get it. Okay? So I hope that helps you to understand how they all fit together. So here, let me sum all this up for you. If you can help one person to get what they want, okay, and that person can go out there and get a new person, teach them to get what they want, then you have created duplication, all right? And basically that can create massive results, okay? It's kind of like compound interest, okay? And so if you can teach someone what an asset is, okay, that something that's worth $1 that you can turn around and charge $2 for, teach them where to find the low price to buy it wholesale and how to sell it for retail, okay, and how to get the money from their earnings, the cash flow, to be able to get that asset in the first place, okay. And then, for instance, let's say they don't have very much money. Let's say they only have a few dollars of, let's say out of the whole month of $1,000, for instance, that they only have $20 left over every month. Okay, so you want to teach that person how to take that $20 and turn it into 40. All right, but let's go even crazier. Let's say they only have $1 every month. Okay, well, you want to teach someone how to turn that dollar into $2. All right, there's an example of a girl who had a paperclip, from what I remember, and she traded that paperclip and got something of more value and more value, and she traded that thing of value and kept reselling it, whatever it was that she traded, and she traded her way all the way up through all these multiple things that she kept obtaining, okay, all the way up till she got a car, and then she traded the car for a better car and so forth until finally she was able to trade something of value and get a house. So isn't that incredible? So I want to encourage you guys, even if you only have a quarter in your house, you can go and find a way to turn that quarter into 50 cents, and then turn that 50 cents into $1. All right, let's say you get around to $10. You can go to Smart and Final, get some candy bars, okay, and buy them cheap at Smart and Final, for instance, all right, or Walmart, possibly Walmart. I'm not sure what the prices are there, but buy them wholesale, buy them as cheap as you possibly can, and turn around and sell those candy bars for $2 a piece, okay? And just as a way to understand how to buy something, an asset at wholesale, and turn it into and get the retail price. Okay, I want you to try something. I want you to get all the change in your house and see how much money you have, and I want you to buy an asset with it. And the important thing about this training is I want you to make sure that what you buy is truly an asset that you can really turn around and sell for double the money. All right, you have to really understand assets before if you misjudge it. All right, let's say you find a nice piece of furniture on the street and you want to go home and fix it up. All right, if it's real wood, you might be able to do that. You might be able to go to Home Depot and fix it up a little bit with some tools or whatever, sandpaper or varnish or whatever it is, and turn around and sell that table that you got for $0 and turn around into turn it into 80 bucks or $100. I've done that a few times. Okay, so yes, you can do that. But if you go out and find a table and it's not made out of real wood and you're not able to fix it, well, that's definitely not an asset, right? Okay, it might cost you a whole bunch of time to actually do that, and that's not going to be of any value to you. All right, so I hope this has helped you. I want to encourage you to take some money around the house and go and find something that's an asset at Smart and Final or wherever you're at, your garage sale, or where have you, even maybe possibly even in your garage. All right, find something and turn around and see if you can resell it for greater value. Okay, one more story I want to share with you real fast is that this is what happened to me when I first started working online. Was that I joined program after program, couldn't make my money back, and eventually from 2012 to 2018 I had joined over 40 different programs and had lost close to $10,000 on my credit card, right? So here's the thing, okay? And I obviously wasn't able to understand the skills of how to take those businesses I had bought and get my money back or even make a profit, right? Another example, in 2017, I joined the Power Lead system. Okay, first time I had actually done something right, I had joined under my mentor, Alan, and he is a seven-figure earner, and I began learning the skills from him how to start making money with that program, right? But I didn't make my money back right away. It took me months and months and months before I understood the skills correctly so I could start making money with the program. So every month I kept paying out, you know, the money that caught for the program every month, every month, every month. More money going out, more money going out. And I guess you could call that my tuition, you know, in the school of learning the skills, right? So everything costs, education costs. Rich people buy books, they spend money, they go to seminars, they go to webinars. That's all personal development. That's all things that they're using their money on to make themselves better, to make themselves a better asset. And so that's not necessarily a bad thing, right? In fact, that's a good thing if you can keep learning. If you're spending money on program after program after program, but you're not learning anything, then that's a waste of money, right? But if you're going in a program and you're learning something, you're becoming a better person, you're learning actual real skills, there's a difference, okay? Eventually, I learned the skills. I was able to make my money back and make a profit and make a big profit, and keeping scaling my income every month higher and higher and higher and higher, right? And that's what a business can do for you. Where a job, you can only get a pay raise once in a while, but with a business, as you keep getting better and keep learning better skills, you can keep giving yourself a raise, right? You can keep making more money and make more profit every month because of your skills and your understanding of how to make more money by selling to more people. All right, for being able to sell a wholesale item at retail price. The more people you can sell to, obviously the more profit you're going to make, right? And of course, and that's how you start learning how to scale your business. So if you're selling something for $10 and that's your profit, and you sell, 100,000 of those, then obviously you're going to make $1 million, right? And let's say you're selling something that you earn $20 from, and you sell that to 50,000 people, then you're going to make $1 million as well. And if you take that up a notch and sell something that earns you $100 profit, then you only have to sell 10,000 of those things or services or whatever it is to make $1 million. Okay, and of course, if you sell something for $1 to a million people, then if that dollar is how much your profit is, then you're going to make $1 million. All right. So if you're selling something for $1, but you're only making 50 cents profit, then you're not going to make $1 million. You're going to make half of that, right? So you have to realize how much your profit is. Okay, so if you're selling something for $10, but you're actually making $5 profit, then you're not going to make $1 million if you sell it to 100,000 people. Okay, so just have to understand how that all works together. So I hope this all helps you. And then slowly go through this training so that we can teach you the skills, how to start working online, how to take a little bit of your time, and how to buy a program, like the Power Lead system or the Prosperity Marketing system and or GDI, and how to be able to take those programs and be able to share the value of those with other people, okay, and be able to earn your money back and then keep earning and keep earning until you're starting to make a lot of money every month. Okay, that's what I've been doing, and I want to show you guys how to do it. Thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe to see more travel and tips earning online videos just like these. And like always, want to thank you for helping us to succeed. Want to turn around and help you to learn how to succeed as well. And if you'd like to find out what the skills are to help you to learn how to earn consistently online, then I'm going to put up my email right here and the link that you can join our team and get in contact with me, and I can share some of these skills with you, a little bit about our program, and help you to find out more about how we earn consistently on the internet. And we're looking forward to meeting you. This is Albie. You have a wonderful day, and talk with you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.